Plant-based protein powders have come a long way from the chalky mixes we all pretended to like. In 2026, you can get a smooth shake, a solid amino acid lineup, and labels that actually tell you what you're drinking. Whether you lift, run, or you simply want an easy way to hit your protein target without dairy. In this video, we're counting down the top 6 plant-based protein powders, highlighting the key features, ingredient quality too, and calling out the small drawbacks that can make or break a tub for you. Product links are in the description below. Number 6. My Protein Impact Vegan Protein. If your main goal is getting a lot of protein for your money, My Protein's Impact Vegan Protein is a smart place to start. It's a pea and fava bean blend that's meant to be simple. Scoop, shake, drink, move on. Based on the unflavored nutritionals, you're looking at about 117 calories per serving with up to 24 grams of protein, and it's low in sugar, which is exactly what most people want from a daily protein powder. This one earns its spot because of flexibility. There are lots of flavors, and that matters more than people admit. If you actually like the taste, you're more likely to use it regularly, and that's where the payoff comes from. Just keep in mind that many flavors use sucralose for sweetness, so if you know your stomach doesn't agree with certain sweeteners, check the label before you buy a big tub. It's also produced in a facility that handles milk, which matters if you have a serious allergy. Texture-wise, it's solid for a value plant blend, but like most pea-based powders, it mixes better when you give it a little help. A shaker bottle will work, but a blender with ice, or a thicker plant milk, tends to smooth out any leftover grit. Use it post-workout, stir it into oatmeal, or add half a scoop to pancake batter when you want extra protein without changing your recipe too much. For an affordable plant protein that still hits a big protein number, this is a dependable pick. Number 5. Naked Nutrition. Naked Pea. Naked Pea is the one ingredient option in this lineup, and it's made for people who want their protein powder to stay in its lane. The ingredient list is basically one line: yellow pea protein. No flavors, no gums, no sweeteners, and no mystery blend that turns into a guessing game. A full serving gives you 27 grams of protein for about 120 calories, which is a strong protein-to-calorie ratio for a plant powder. Because it's unflavored, you can build it into almost anything. For a sweet shake, blend it with a frozen banana, cocoa powder, and oat milk. For something neutral, mix it into chia pudding, stir it into soup, or add it to a savory sauce when you want a protein boost without making everything taste like dessert. Now, the trade-off is texture. Pure pea protein can feel thicker and a bit earthy, especially if you mix it with water and call it a day. If you're picky about mouthfeel, start with more liquid, shake longer, or use a blender. A simple trick is adding cinnamon or instant coffee because those flavors cover the pea note fast. Another trick is a squeeze of maple syrup or a date, because a little sweetness helps a lot. One more point athletes appreciate: the brand highlights third-party testing and sport-focused certification. If your priorities are minimal ingredients, high protein per scoop, and a powder that can fit into both sweet and savory recipes, Naked Pea is a great match. Number 4. Orgain Organic Protein Powder, Creamy Chocolate Fudge. Orgain lands at number 4 because it's a dependable daily option, and it's one of the easiest plant proteins to find. 2 scoops come in at 150 calories with 21 grams of protein, and it also brings a big 7 grams of dietary fiber. That fiber does a lot of work. It makes the shake feel more filling, which is great if you use protein as a snack, or if you're trying not to raid the pantry an hour after breakfast. Orgain uses a multi-source blend: pea, brown rice, mung bean, and chia, so you're not leaning on one ingredient for the entire amino acid profile. It's USDA organic, dairy-free, and soy-free, which makes it an easy fit for a lot of diets. It's also very low in sugar, coming in at less than 1 gram total sugar with 0 grams of added sugar. There are 2 things to watch. First, 7 grams of fiber can be a lot if your gut isn't used to it, so starting with a half serving for a few days can save you some regret. Second, sodium is noticeable at 390 milligrams per serving, so if you track sodium closely, factor that into your day. Taste-wise, this is one of the more milkshake-like plant powders, especially in chocolate, and it tends to blend well with just a shaker. If you want a simple daily protein that's organic, filling, and easy to find, Orgain is one of those "it just works" options. Number 3. KOS Organic Superfood Plant Protein, Chocolate KOS is the I want my protein to taste good option, and it's aimed at smoothie people. A serving is 2 scoops, 39 grams of powder, and you get 160 calories with 20 grams of protein. That's not the highest protein number on this list, but KOS leans into the overall experience. Richer texture, dessert-style flavor, and a formula that feels more complete even when you aren't blending a perfect smoothie. The label includes a vitamins and minerals blend, plus digestive enzymes, which some people like when plant proteins feel heavy. Sweetness comes from stevia and monk fruit, and there are 2 grams of added sugar, so it tastes sweeter than many no-sugar powders. You also get 3 grams of fiber, which helps it feel less like a watery drink. The downside is that it's not the leanest option. You're getting 7 grams of fat per serving, including 4 grams of saturated fat, and sodium sits at 330 milligrams. Still, if you've tried a bunch of plant proteins and keep running into gritty texture or a flavor that makes you dread your shake, KOS can be the one that finally feels easy to drink. It's a great choice for afternoon shakes, dessert-style smoothies, or anyone who wants plant protein without having to power through the taste. Number 2. Vega Performance. Protein plus Recovery, Chocolate Vegas. Performance Protein plus Recovery takes the number 2 spot for people who train hard and want a plant-based powder built around recovery. 1 scoop is 44 grams of powder, and it comes in at 180 calories with 30 grams of protein. That's a big protein hit in a plant formula, and it's paired with extras that fit the post-workout theme. The label calls out 5 grams of BCAAs, tart cherry powder, and 2 billion CFU of probiotics in the same serving. You also get 2 grams of fiber and only 1 gram of sugar, so it doesn't taste overly sweet. Sodium is 370 milligrams per scoop, which is worth noting, but for many active people, that amount can fit right into post-training routines, especially if you sweat a lot. This is also one of the powders positioned with sport certification, which matters if you compete and want to reduce the risk of banned substances showing up in your supplement routine. The most common complaint with higher protein plant powders is thickness, and Vega can run thick if you use too little liquid. The fix is simple. Use 12 ounces of water or plant milk, shake it hard, and give it 30 seconds to settle before your first sip. For taste, chocolate pairs well with peanut butter, banana, or even a pinch of salt if you like that sweet-salty combo. Number 1. Garden of Life. Sport Organic. Plant-based protein, Chocolate Garden of Life. Sport takes the top spot because it combines a high-protein serving with certifications and ingredients that are clearly aimed at athletes and active adults. A full serving is 2 scoops, about 48 grams of powder, and it comes in at 180 calories with 30 grams of protein. You also get 0 grams of added sugar and 4 grams of fiber, which helps the shake feel more complete without turning it into a sugary drink. This formula calls out 5.5 grams of BCAAs plus 5 grams of glutamine and glutamic acid, and it includes a probiotic blend listed at 2 billion CFU. It's NSF certified for sport, and it also checks other label boxes many people look for, like USDA Organic and Non-GMO Project Verified. Sodium is 460 milligrams per full serving, so it's not the lowest sodium option, but it's built with training in mind. The honest drawback is serving size. 2 scoops is a lot of powder, which means you'll go through a tub faster than you might with lighter servings, and it can feel thick if you don't use enough liquid. The easy fix is to use the full 12 ounces of liquid, or blend it with ice for a smoother shake. If you want a plant-based protein that can stand in for a classic post-workout whey shake in both protein amount and overall setup, this is the one. So that wraps up our list of the top 6 best plant-based protein powders for 2026. If this video helped you narrow it down, please leave a thumbs up. Drop a comment and tell us which one you're going with. And if you have a simple trick to make plant protein taste better with just water, share it. Everyone wins. Thanks for watching, and if you don't want to miss future videos, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, see you guys later.